In this video, we will learn how to derive market demand function from the individual demand functions and to find out the elasticity. Also, the question is, a market consists of two individual demand equations is the individual one is demand function is Q1 is equal to 16 minus 4P. P is the price, Q1 is the quantity of individual one demanded. Q2 is equal to 20 minus 2P. We have to find out the market demand equation, and at a price of $2, we need to find out the point elasticity of market demand curve. Okay, so basically what we are being given Q1 is equal to 16 minus 4P. This is the demand function of individual one, and Q2 is equal to 20 minus 2P. This is the individual demand function of you know sorry, for individual 2. Okay, we need to find out the market demand function. Okay, now let us see this function first. Okay, here you can see, if we solve it for P, when P is equal to 0, or let us say we want to find out the price at which Q1 is equal to 0. Okay, so let us say when Q1 is equal to 0, we need to find out the price at which Q1 will be equal to 0. So that implies 16 minus 4P should be equal to 0. Okay, or 4P is equal to 16, which implies P is equal to 4. Okay, now it implies when price is greater or equal to 4. Okay, I'm just talking about the first demand curve. When price is greater or equal to 4, individual 1 will demand 0 units of he will demand 0 units of quantity when price is greater or equal to 4. Okay, let us find out now the market demand function. Okay, let's denote Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. Okay, as I have told you, uh, our market demand function will be equal to, if price is greater than 4, our when price is greater or equal to 4, so Q1 will be equal to 0. That means our Q will be equal to 0 plus Q2, that is 20 minus 2P. That means Q is equal to 20 minus 2P when price is greater or equal to 4. That means market demand will be equal to 20 minus 2P if price is greater than 4, and if price is less than 4, okay, uh, then Q will be equal to Q1 plus Q2. Okay, in this case we add up the two demand functions, that is Q1 is equal to 16 minus 4P, which implies 16 minus 4P plus 20 minus 2P. 20 minus 2P, that gives us, this is 36 minus 6P. So our Q will be equal to 36 minus 6P when price is less than 4. Okay, let me repeat it here. Market demand will be equal to what we got here, 20 minus 2P when price is greater or equal to 4, and our Q will be equal to 36 minus 6P when price is less than 4. Okay, it will be more plausible if I draw the demand functions in a graph. Let us say this is our graph. Q is on this side, Q1 and Q2, and we have price on this side. Q1 is equal to 16 minus 4P. If we draw it on the graph, when Q1 is equal to 0, that means we want to find out the price intercept, so P will be equal to 4. Okay, so let us say this denotes, this is 4. Okay, and what will be the vertical intercept if P is equal to 0, Q is equal to 16? Let us say this is 16. This is demand function for individual 1. Similarly, for individual 2, what is the demand function? When q is equal to 0, that means 2p is equal to 20 or p is equal to 10. Okay, so intercept will be equal to, let us say this is 10 price intercept. And what will be the quantity intercept? When q is equal when p is equal to 0, q will be equal to 20. Let us say this denotes 20. Okay, this is the demand function of individual 2. Now market demand we got 20 minus 2p when p is greater or equal to 4, and market demand function is 36 minus 6p when p is less than 4. So finding out the intercept of this demand function, when p is equal to 0, q will be 36. Or let us first find out the price intercept when q is equal to 0, so p will be equal to 6. Let us say this point, you notice this, and let us use another color here. So this is 6 here. Okay, and when p is equal to 0, q will be equal to 36. Let us say this point denotes 36, or any other point, I am not sure. It will be like this. It will go, the point that I want to make here, this is q1, this is q2 demand function. Okay, and this is q. Here you can see, when price is greater or equal to 4, our market demand function is equal to 20 minus 2p. So this will be our market demand function when price is greater or equal to 4. But when price is less than 4, we add up these two demand functions. That means we add these two demand functions. That means our demand function will look like this. Okay, so this will be our market demand function. Simple thing. When price is greater than 4, q1 will be equal to 0. That means our market demand function will be q2 is equal to 20 minus 2p. This very thing. Okay, up to this. When price is less than 4, we add up these two demand functions. That means this segment. So what actually we got? We got market demand function like this. Okay, so this was about how to add up the two demand functions. Now what will be the point elasticity of market when price is equal to 2? We are being told when p is equal to 2. So what we are being concerned with, so when p is equal to 2, this will not be our demand function, when, because p is greater than 4 here. When p is equal, this is p less than 4, that means p is equal to 2. So this will be our demand function. When p is equal to 2, our q will be equal to 36 minus 6p. We need to find out the point elasticity of demand. Point elasticity of demand is simply equal to, let's denote it by E subscript p, that is dq upon dp times p upon q. Okay, dq upon dp means the derivative of this function with respect to price. So dq upon dp will be equal to, if I take derivative of this function with respect to p, derivative of constant is 0, derivative of p is 1, so we are left with minus 6 into p is being given us as 2, divided by what will be q. If p is equal to 2, what will be q? Q will be equal to 36 minus 6 into 2, so q will be equal to 36 minus 12, q is equal to 24. So q will be equal to 24. Solving, so 6 ones are 6 fours are, we get minus 2 upon 4, which comes out to be minus 0.5. That means elasticity of demand will be equal to minus 0.5. And how do we interpret it? Simply, if price increases by 1%, quantity demanded will decrease by 0.5%. Okay, this is how do we solve this kind of question. Thank you.